Watch this, John. Roll.
Oh shit, he was like King Von.
Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that king. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like a offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose one to get true when I only want the hunters with the blues in it. Hit blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks, stones.
I'm back.
I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still I hate my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out.
Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium, it's Baltimore, Maryland. It's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
How we gotta snap cause niggas wanna go eating though.
It's the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Chicago Bears.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Baltimore Ravens. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive, and they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Down at the 42-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll set up a throw. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Kamara. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And quickly into the hands of Robinson.
Complete.
They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Bears 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
What did you say?
From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. To throw again. Jackson, flush to his right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
That's good.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Quarterback forced out of bounds.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Buying time to his left. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
At their 49-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
At the 15-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 22-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And down he'll go at the 25. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
A loss of 7 yards.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll go down at the 28.
Complete to Alvin.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the Chiefs who were able to come away with the home victory. Patrick Mahomes, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Next, we head off to check out another game, and it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. 10-6, the final score. And then finally, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fielded in the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jackson. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
10 at the 21-yard line.
Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity. And
this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this?
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Dietrich Wise, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they brought the lead into this 3rd quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the first half.
41, Alvin.
Now that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Take it to the 37. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a 1-possession lead, looking to expand that now.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. And the 13-year man puts it through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
Ravens 17.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. 2nd down and inches. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point 4th quarter lead. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That keeps the score.
Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now,
and this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And he'll bang that one through. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson.
Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Harrison Bryant.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes it to Bryant. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Bears 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now.
the Bears.
Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Throwing now is Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He's back to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Ravens, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll lose an important one.